Hi, this is Karen. Welcome to another video at dolallycrafts. Hi to all my viewers. And this one is an actual face-to-face. It's not an Ask Me Anything. That's coming up. But, so if you've got any questions, pop them down below in the comments section and I'll get to them. Okay, this is aimed at all of the new crafters out there. People who've watched videos online for a while would love to start making their own cards, but really don't know where to start. This video is aimed at you. Okay, so at the moment, Celebration is the best time to join Stampin' Up, in my opinion. I've done it twice during Celebration. You get so much free product. Stampin' Up is virtually throwing it at you. So today's video, I'm going to show you, if you want to start making your own cards, what the best items to get you started would be, so that you can start as soon as your box comes. You can open it up with excitement, grab everything out and make your first card within the first half an hour of opening that box. I'm saying half an hour because you might want to open a video that you can watch and actually be talked through making the card, or you could just be like I did and just open it up and plow in. But I'm going to, later in the video, give you an idea of what to purchase in your first online or your first order when you join, so that you get the best value for your $315. Yes, that's what it is. For $169 at the moment, you get $315 worth of product. That's $144 worth? No, $146 worth of free product. So you're paying for your first $169, then $146 on top of that for whatever you want from the catalogue. The sky's the limit. You could make so many cards and choose so many items. If you've already got Stampin' blocks and black ink, whoever makes it, whether it be us or Versamark or Tuxedo, Memento black or Stays On or whatever, as long as you've got your black ink, you're right to go. And you could just go out and buy stamps and whatever. But if you're a beginner and you want to start from scratch, you've got no inks, you've got no stamps, you've got no stamp blocks or anything like that, this video will show you what to get, so that, as I said, within half an hour you'll have your first card done. Okay, not only do you get that $146 worth, I'll have to make sure, I'll put it down in the description, in the thing below, the runner below, if I've made a bad calculation there. My maths has never been good. Okay, so not only do you get all of that free product in your first order when you join, they'll also, Stampin' Up also provide you with, I think it's 8 of these catalogues for free. Now, you may not need them. Pass them out to friends. You don't have to sell to people. You don't have to be a demonstrator that sells to other people. You can simply be a hobby demonstrator. So we'll make that clear from the get-go. But if you want to, you've got 8 catalogues that you can give out to family and friends. When people see the cards that you're making, they might want to make some too. Give them a catalogue and let them know that if they'd like to order, they can order through you. Or if they want to join, they can join through you. It's easy. Share your love of crafting with your friends. It's what I do. But there's more. I feel like I'm selling something on the TV. I've got no steak knives for you. However, Stampin' Up will also provide you with occasions catalogues while you join during Stampin' Up. Yep, they're free as well. They'll come in the box, so you can have a look, or your friends can have a look at. Sorry, this is a really tattered one. I go through this all the time. But yeah, you'll get I think 8 or 10 of these for free as well. They're the occasions catalogues, but you'll also get our celebration catalogue as well. So you'll get copies of this, you'll get copies of this for free, and you'll also get free copies of our annual catalogue. So they're just some of the free things you will get. You'll also get stationery as well. So if you want to order, if you've got friends that want to order from you, or you want to hold what we call a workshop in your home, where you invite a few friends over and share your love of crafting with them. You've got invitations there, you've got order forms, everything you could possibly need to start as an active demo with Stampin' Up! Is going to be provided for you. So, and that all comes free. You're not charged for any of that. The postage for a celebration join up is also free. So you're saving approximately $15 in, it can be between $5 and $15 of postage that you're going to save there as well. Postage and handling. You're not charged for that. They're just going to ship it out to you. So yeah, this honestly is the best time to join. It's the second time I've joined during celebration. I have been with Stampin' Up! Coming off 4 years this time, but I actually joined 5 years ago this time. So January 2014 I joined, and I lapsed and then joined back up again in February of 2015. So yeah, I'm coming February, I think. So I'm coming up to my fourth anniversary, but 5 years with Stampin' Up! So yeah, it is the best time to join. But there's also another special on with Stampin' Up! At the moment. You can take option 1, which is pay $169 and get $315 worth of product, or for $210, I think it is. I've just got to look. For $210, you can join and get your $315 worth of free product. And also, you will get this tote. Now, the Stampin' tote, everything you order as a new crafter would fit in this tote. So you don't have to have a dedicated room like I do to your crafting. Mine's a small room, really small, but it's a dedicated crafting room for me. You don't need that as a beginner crafter. Spend the extra $45, I think it is, and grab the tote. Your craft room will be kept in your tote. All you need to do is get your stuff out of the tote, put your cards together, and when it's time to make dinner and set the table, just pack everything back into your tote, and you're ready to turn your dining table back into a dining table. It can't be any easier than that. Or if you're on, if you're on your desk, just clear everything back into the tote and you're good to go. Okay, the second part of the video is going to be dealing with what I would suggest you get for your beginning bundle, so that you can start off right. It will include everything that you need to start crafting and making your own cards. Okay, I will see you on the desk in a moment. That doesn't sound... that really doesn't sound right, but I'll see you on the tabletop in a minute. Bye. Okay, we're on the desktop now. Let's see what the beginning stamper is going to need and what my suggestions are for their first order from Stampin' Up! When they join. Now, you're not going to be able to stamp anything without Stampin' blocks. These acrylic blocks come in a variety of sizes, but these are my suggestions for those who don't have any supplies and want to start stamping. So we've got the A block, which is the smallest of the lot naturally. It's really tiny, and it's ideal for any of the smaller images so that you don't end up over stamping where you get shadows of extra ink on the block, you might get it on the edge, and as you go down like that, the edge might actually touch the paper and you've ruined your card. So A block for the smaller images, and then the next suggestion is C block. I would skip B because if it's too big for A, you can put it in the corner of C block and stamp it, which is sometimes in my videos you'll see that I've actually mounted not in the center of the block but on the edge of the block, and that's so that I can just tap that bit onto the ink pad, so I'm not getting any ink around here but just on my image, and then using the corner of the block to stamp with. So that's A block and C block, and my next suggestion is D block, only because most of the images, the average image would fit on a D block. Anything larger than that, well, of course you're going to have to go with a larger block. My next suggestion would be, I think that's I block. Yes, because you will fit any of the larger ones on that. But enough of that, that's not my suggestion for today. My suggestions are A block, C block and D block. So there, you can stamp with your cling stamps, red rubber stamps, or your clear stamps with the blocks. The next thing you're going to need is some basic ink. Now, the Memento is my choice. If you're not using watercolours, Memento is really good. It won't bleed. You store it like that so that the ink stays on top of the pad. So when it's in my rack, it's normally upside down so that all the ink stays at the top of the ink pad. So there's the Tuxedo, and that would be the one that I would use the most for sentiments or for doing outline images. Now, the next thing you're going to need is, if you've got the Memento and you've got your stamping blocks, you're going to need something to clean them with. Now, you can go for our great washing machine, which is the Stampin Scrub, and use Stamp Mister. But to get started with your stamping straight away, the chamois is the way to go. Now, I've got it in one of our clear cases. You don't have to. You can put it in a Ziploc bag. So all you do, go and wring it out under the water, under the sink, in the sink, and make sure it's nice and damp, and keep it in an airtight container. Now, I keep it in this so that I can just open it up and give it a scrub. It's chopped up at the moment because I've got a little piece to clean off my stamp positioner. So you've got your stamp blocks, you've got your Memento, and you've got your cleaner. The next thing I would suggest you put on your list is snail. Now, that might sound like a really silly thing to suggest because, of course, you're going to need snail to put your cards together. But do you know how many times I forgot to order snail refills? And that's great with these. You can actually get refills. So I've got contraband laying all over my desk for when I forget to order my snail. Now, for dimension to cards, our Stampin' Dimensional. There's only one sheet left in here because I use them all the time, but you get 3 sheets per pack, and there are over 300 dimensionals, or there are 300 dimensionals in each pack, and I'm talking about the hexagon shapes. It's not even counting the bones of the dimensional, which are the edges. Snip them off and use those. So the Stampin' Dimensionals just last and last and last. Now, you're also going to need my really grotty bone folder, but a bone folder is my suggestion because part of my suggested starter kit includes the envelopes and note cards. You get these in a pack and they're $13 for 10, so you can start crafting straight away. So you've got your cards, but they're pre-scored. You will need a bone folder to reinforce the scores so that they actually fold up the way a card's supposed to. Now you get the envelopes as well, but I can't remember what I've done with them. So you get 10 note cards, 10 envelopes in the pack. So there you go. There's the basics, the real basics to start off with. You've got your Stampin', you've got your chamois, your stamp blocks, your memento, your snail, and your dimensionals for adhesion, your bone folder to score your cards, and your note cards and envelopes. So there we go. There's the starting ones. Now, add to your kit our our paper trimmer. I had a brain blank for a minute there. The paper trimmer will be ideal. No, you won't need them for the note cards, but you will for the other things, because this is only the basics of the kit. There is more to come. The Stampin' trimmer is a large outlay. It's $50. But you don't need the Simply Scored if you've got the Stampin' trimmer, because you've got the scoring blade there and the cutting blade there. So you've got everything in one. You've also got the arm that extends out. So this will cut up to our 12-inch paper. It actually goes to almost 15 inches. It's just over 14.5 inches wide when the extend arm is out. So I would definitely suggest you include this in your kit. Leave the Simply Scored for a little while. That's also $50. Because, as I said, you can do both with this. You can cut and score. And then you've got your bone folder. So there's the makings of your card bases just there. So I'll pop that aside. Now, the next thing I'm going to suggest is blender pens. Blender pens, because I'm going to suggest you get 3 different colours of ink to use. So the blender pens will allow you to colour after you've outlined them with the memento. Let it dry, let the image dry for a while. Then you can come in with your blender pens and your ink, and you can use the blender pens to colour your images. So blender pens are also on the list. Now, I have got this fine-tuned down to, I think, $312, I think. Might even be $310, and you've got $5 that you can go shopping in the clearance rack and just buy some bits and bobs to add to it. I'm going to show you papers and cardstock here, but it's not the ones that I'm suggesting to you. The ones I would suggest to you to get are the How Sweet It Is DSP, the How Sweet It Is cardstock, the Birthday Cheer Cling stamps, and the Sweetest Thing photopolymer stamps. Now that encompasses all of your birthday cards in one go. Now, because I've suggested the white note cards, and the How Sweet It Is cardstock is darker colours, which don't bode well for colouring. Now I've got All My Love here. As you can see, it's coloured cardstock. So the colours, if you wanted to use your blender pens, they're not going to show up well on that. And they wouldn't show up well on the How Sweet It Is cardstock either, because it is coloured. However, for everybody that joins my team over the next month and a half, I am going to provide you with half a pack, that's 20 A4 sheets of layering weight Whisper White. So all of your images can be stamped on the layering weight and coloured in. So that gives you more options. Now you can't include those in your starter pack. You can only, for the you only pay the $169 or the $210 if you want the bag. So you can't add extras and go to say $200 or $250. Your starter pack is either $169 or $210. So because you can't, you'd have to place a second order straight away, I'm going to gift you a half a pack of layering weight cardstock. So that's, as I said, 20 sheets of Whisper White layering weight, and that is why you're going to need your Stampin' trimmer to cut all your little pieces up once you've stamped them. But I also suggest that you get the How Sweet It Is DSP. Now, I've brought all my love in here in the cardstock and the DSP just to show you, to add to the bundle so you can see how much you're going to get for your money. As I said, these are not the ones that I'm suggesting. But if you follow my suggestions, and the suggestions will all be found below in the description panel, you'll just have to click on the little arrow to open it, and then you'll be able to see all of the suggestions there, so that you can go and join. You've got everything there. All you need to do is copy and paste each of the item numbers to join up with. Okay, so I also, in my suggestions down below, you'll see the birthday cheer cling stamps and the Sweetest Thing photopolymer. So I'm showing you the Beauty Abounds and the Butterfly Gala simply to show you the two stamp sets with this bundle, but also 3 colours. Now, I've got 3 colours here that match with this, I can't even remember the name of it now. What is it? The All My Love set, which is the Crumb Cake, the Mint Macaron, and the Flirty Flamingo. So I would suggest you order, as I said, they'll be listed below, Coastal Cabana, Gorgeous Grape, and Melon Mambo, which will go with your How Sweet It Is DSP and cardstock pack. So there you go. It's finally at an end, this video, but that is everything I would suggest you get to join with. So if you are somebody who wants to start stamping and has no idea where to start from, here's the kit. So you can get all of this for $169, or throw in your tote for an extra, I think it's $46, I think. But as you can see, all of that would fit without a problem in here. So all of your crafting can be packed away so that it doesn't intrude in the rest of your house. Okay, that's it from me. I will list everything below. If you have any questions or any ask me anythings, down in the comments section, or you can contact me on dolallycrafts, all one word, all lowercase, at gmail.com. Okay, I hope to hear from you soon, and I will be back in a few days with the start of some more videos. It has been really, really hot here in Melbourne over the last couple of weeks, and my craft room, as I stated earlier in the video, is really small. I've got a fan just there blowing directly at me, but even with the fan and the window closed to keep the hot air out, it is roasting in here. So that's why I haven't been filming any videos. Okay, that's enough from me. I hope to speak to you soon, and as I said, if you've got any questions, comment bar below, or I'll put my email address down here, so just stop the video and jot down my email address. I don't like putting it in the description bar because of bots and everything that can come along and just mine email details. Okay, I will see you soon. Bye bye.